we literally do see a throwing of that soil across, and we need our pace to do that. So if we haven't got the horsepower and we're struggling for speed, then we suffer with that. But when it's wet right to the surface, we don't do as good a job as against when the top of the profile just dries out a little bit, and then we seem to get pretty good incorporation then. So I think it varies a little bit, but we haven't got that much control over that. So, but as I said, Treflan is always the question. How do we incorporate that? But there's no doubt with Boxer Gold and Sakura coming that we've got some more options up our sleeve there. So, and of the weeds, they're obviously a major part of the success. If we can get them right, then I think we're over halfway of achieving what we want to do. But ryegrass is there, but it doesn't really worry me as much as radish. So. I just think, there's so many different things that we can adopt that can help us control that weed, and stretching out our rotation would be a good start. Yeah, we put metribuzin down on pre-emergent on our lupins. Use 200 mils of that, or grams. We haven't really seen the need to yet. We've done it on barley, but we don't use much diuron, very little.
Any more questions for Brady?
Early smoker. Yep.
There's obviously a big push for disc. Like there's a lot more wear and tear and all that. Are you getting a night's sleep with all the headache?
Frustrated. I said earlier that we'll spend 3 weeks on our disc machine getting it ready for seeding, and then that takes us through to about the last week of April, and then we rip the tine machine out and hook it up and go seeding, and that's almost literally what happened this year. So that's frustrating, and it's through every year we keep changing it, and I think we keep improving it. And like I said, to not have to change those big caster wheels this year was a big breakthrough, and those duocone seals are every year it's improving. So we're trying to keep it simple, and putting these things on is another concern. But as far as these Arix wheels are concerned, but that we do that work so we get through seeding without having downtime, and it just takes more bearings. I've got a lot more knowledge on bearings than I had 3 years ago.
What's the percentage difference over your disc over your time though, for the effort?
No, we don't we don't wear points out. No. Yeah, and it's a relevant question. It is. There's no doubt about that. But I think we're refining the machine more. It came from Dalby, so for our conditions and how the guys require them over here, they're vastly different. But there's no doubt that they take a lot more pre-season maintenance. Yeah. No, I think we've got our machine pretty close to how we want it. I'm hoping that this edition will help us again. But would I buy another daybreak? I don't know that question. The answer to that. Sorry, I won't. No, I'm just on my own. I need dealer backup. We need people that can support us. So sorry, Roscoe. Honesty is a bit of one of my downfalls, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Can you explain? You said you were going to buy another machine. Can you explain a bit more about the second machine, the one that you're going sort of as a halfway house?
The second tine machine?
Yeah.
We've bought another 1830 air hoe drill, but we've taken our 10-inch spacings now out to 15. So the only difference going from the machine we've just sold is that it's 18 0.3 metres, and we're going to a 12.2 metre machine with 32 tines on the same press wheels as what we're running on these gauge wheels. So we've got those pneumatic gauge wheels on 15-inch spacings, yeah, with our air hoe drill. So basically, we nearly bought a DBS, but the reason that we didn't was just the limited capacity to get the hectares done on 12 metres. So we just couldn't get over the acres. Whereas on 15-inch with the machine that we're comfortable with and we know, we're basically trying to buy a little bit more time until we can find the right disc machine. So, yeah, and not only that, the tines do a good job, and we're up against it on the sand with the discs. So, another couple of years, hopefully, our confidence will be up there, and we'll go to another disc machine. But I'm pretty confident that we'll pull that tine machine, with the size tractors that we want to run with as well. So that sort of 350 horsepower. So it'll, well, basically the tine machine was about 128 grand, and the DBS was 181,000. So I don't know anyone with the luxury to leave a DBS in the shed when they get a second air seeder, and our intentions are to get a second disc machine and still have that one sitting in the shed in case we feel we need it for another year or two.
So just in wrapping up, the advantage is you're getting the disc over the time machine, apart from the time issue.
Yep. Yeah, so obviously the speed to get the crop in, and basically the 10-inch has been the problem to now. So we'll put the shed out to 15-inch, and that'll allow us to achieve our inter-row sowing across the whole program. And then the discs, yeah, basically I just believe they're a better cropping system, with the minimum disturbance. I mean, we still, we throw a lot of soil. They're a brutal machine, the air hoe drills and the tines, and it's just a completely different job to what the discs are doing. So I believe if we're not going to win the war on radish if we keep burying it. So I'm hoping that that's going to be a...
Building up the more residue, weed blanket, trying to, less disturbance, so you're not getting the weed pressures that
Yep. But basically, and our biggest limiting factor is on 12 metres getting a 22,000 acre program in 25 days, and to go to a third air seed is just too much. So
Thanks very much for that.
that's it.